If intimidating looks could win races, the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 would have this year's Blancpain Endurance Series all wrapped up before it even turned a wheel. Developed in partnership with legendary racing chassis specialist Italia, this is Lamborghini's latest and hottest motorsport version of its V10 engined Huracan. More importantly, it's a landmark for Lamborghini because it's their first in-house sports car compliant with international FIA GT3 regulations. And it's about to open hostilities with the Audis, Bentleys, Ferraris, Mercedes and McLarens at Monza. But before all that, Lambo's Squadra Course racing team picked up the phone and asked if we'd like to come to Italy's Adria circuit and sample for ourselves exactly what they're about to unleash on the unsuspecting sports car racing world.
For the next few moments, this is definitely where the party's at. This is the Huracan GT3. I'm going to try not to stall it. We'll take it easy for the first couple of laps. Just try and get some heat into the tyres and into the transmission, into the brakes. Try and get the car working as it should, because they just don't work until they're really warmed up. So, what exactly goes in to a Huracan GT3? Well, the Squadra Corsa team started with the aluminium and carbon chassis from the Huracan. Because it's a racing car, it weighs quite a lot less than the road car, so while the road car is easily 1.5 tons with liquids on board and a few options, this racing car is easily 200 kilos lighter than that. The aerodynamics and suspension was developed in partnership with Italia, and obviously a GT3 compliant air restrictor, which actually gives this racing car less power, they say, than the Super Trofeo version. And that's about the size of it, really. So this Adria circuit, it's actually kind of split up into two halves. The first half is basically short straights and fairly tight second gear corners, and this second half is more technical, a bit more slippery today as well. So they've got the car on full wets. But even now I can feel the tyres and the brakes are really beginning to warm up. It's the brakes and the lateral grip which is really beginning to come in now. That's what differentiates this car from a road car, even on wets. Oh, listen to that noise. Fantastic from that V10. It's obviously completely unsilenced. I actually think it sounds better at low revs than high revs, because that's where it's really different from the road car. The performance level actually isn't night and day better or bigger than a lot of fast road cars, your sort of hypercars, Black Series AMGs and Ferrari Speciales. It's an easy thing to drive, you know, you wouldn't believe it. Big, evil looking green, spiky GT3 car, but wow, you know, the steering's really light and positive. The brakes are so good under your foot, and I tell you what, it's the feel that really distinguishes them. You just don't get that in a road car. And the reason I haven't had a heart-in-mouth moment yet is because it's got a Bosch traction control system and full anti-lock brakes. Now you can tweak them with these knobs on the steering wheel. Wow, I tell you what, if there's a way they can make a traction control system like this work on a road car, it would be fabulous. Because it's so delicate. It just allows you to steer the car ever so gently on the throttle and just pick up enough attitude to fire you with the exit, but not so much that end up dealing with armfuls of oversteer, which the balance of the car just gets better and better the faster you go. Crazy. They must be in with a real chance of doing something in that series, because this car, it really feels like it looks after you, like the confidence this thing's already giving me. Yep, I could get used to this. Shame I haven't got the 370,000 euros it takes to buy the thing, but if you did, I could see why you would.